Hi. I've never done like a vlog interception of a room makeover, very Lone Fox, Mr. Drew Scott inspired, but I did want to walk you through the process of what I do when I'm making over a space that isn't living within my house, because that's kind of boring. I have access to it at all times, but since I am doing this for my brother and Elena yet again, and I am tackling their half bath downstairs, it needs to be renter friendly, but their landlord is actually pretty lenient, so I want to see if I can get away with, no, I'm challenging myself. We're gonna make it completely renter friendly so any of you can do it as well and not get in trouble or lose your deposit. Your girls got you. So as the renter friendly, budget friendly, yes, but also like I really just wanna keep giving back to my family and my friends. So this is, you know, the holiday season, so we shall see about the budget. I wanna keep it under $500. It's a very small bathroom, so it's gonna seem like a lot, but wallpaper, what I want to do, peel and stick, is a little bit expensive. So you've gotta kind of open up your mind to opening your budget if you want to go the temporary wallpaper route. So let's just head over there. I am done talking. This dog is so irritated that it's raining. Yeah, let's just get started. I'm not good at being in front of the camera. Okay, bye. If you guys didn't catch the bedroom makeover that I did for my brother and his girlfriend previously, I will link it for you, but you will be seeing Elena and Shane pop in and out throughout this entire tutorial because they kept me company while they were home on their days off, or honestly just helping me out with tasks when I couldn't be there when I had to do other projects as well. I do have to give a quick shout out to today's sponsor, Pmd Beauty. I will dive into this product that I am loving a little bit later, but they made it all possible to help out my brother and his girlfriend this time around. I think that you guys have been with me long enough that you kind of know the drill. Day one is always going to the space, measuring it out, marking it down on a piece of paper, and kind of getting the lay of the land and potentially removing things off of the wall to get it to its bare bones so I have a full inspiration like space right in front of me. My brother and Elena have their own bathroom upstairs in their bedroom, and so does their roommate. This is just the downstairs bathroom for guests. There's no shower or bath, so this makes the makeover a lot easier since you don't have to consider like types of shower doors or replacing curtains. It's just kind of what you see is what you get right here. That being said, the vanity, I don't think a lot of people can change when they're renting. I personally, when I was a renter, couldn't change the vanity. I also think that's something that you would do as an owner, putting time and money into. So I'm gonna keep the color of the vanity for the sake of the fact that I'm just assuming a lot of people can't transform that. So that is why my color scheme is going to be based around that, making it look natural in that space. I feel like you guys have leveled up with me where I don't need to show you how I took everything out of the walls and patched it up, because if you've been with me long enough, I feel like you're progressing with me. So what we're getting into now is a bare room and prepping the walls for the peel and stick wallpaper. I am doing a light sand, nothing crazy. You wouldn't be able to notice if they moved out and peeled the wallpaper off. It's just gonna help the wallpaper adhere a bit better. Prior to installing the wallpaper, I wanted to make sure there was nothing that I needed to paint beforehand, and I'm glad that I checked because when I pulled the sheet light covers away, I saw that that was not painted white, and I think by not only replacing the light bulb but painting the interior white where that light is, it's gonna brighten up the space a ton more. That was my theory. We're just gonna go with that. I also decided to go in with a magic eraser. I don't know how my brother lets his doors get like this, but this was also in his bedroom and I wanted to throw up. There's so much dirt on this door that it looks like you need to paint it. You don't. Grab a magic eraser and scrub till your heart is content and you got nice shiny new doors and walls. When I was done doing things that were potentially splattering onto the walls, that is when I installed the peel and stick wallpaper. This is as straightforward as anything could get, but I do have to say, if you're doing a pattern like I am here, you need to line them up so it's continuous on each wall as well as level. I will start to peel the paper away and place it onto the wall, then use just my small level to ensure that the line is straight, and that is when I will know the pattern is going to be straight all the way across. You start to smooth the paper out. You don't want any air bubbles, but for me, I found it naturally would smooth out pretty perfectly, and I would go in with a straight edge, like putty knife almost, and just ensure that we are just smoothing it so tightly onto the wall to adhere properly. The reason we decided to go with a pattern wallpaper is because actually Elena sent me a black and white wallpaper inspiration bathroom before this, and I just kind of swayed against the black and white because the floor is black and white. I just felt like it was a little bit too much. So we chose a neutral and went a more neutral route versus like the poppy black and white all the way around this half bathroom. I'm going to be honest with you guys, as I always am, the most expensive part of this bathroom makeover was the wallpaper itself. I had to get about 6 rolls, and I ordered more than I needed because you know there's going to be these mess ups and you wish you Amazon Prime something sooner. So I spent about $200 on the wallpaper as opposed to $40 worth of paint, but I know that a lot of people might not necessarily be able to paint their bathrooms. So this is a great alternative if you have a little bit more of a budget or you want to allot yourself to kind of treat yourself in your renter-friendly bathroom. Anything you see me taking out of this room, whether it be a sink faucet or the window treatment that was here previously, I am wrapping them up and sticking them underneath the sink to this bathroom. So when my brother and Elena do move out, they have the original items to replace it after they peel everything off the walls and put it back to its original form. I wanted to update the window treatment to that wood color to tie that vanity in since we aren't going to be changing that. We have to make it work. My brother Shane took it upon himself to go and get a brighter light for the bathroom space. He did have to grab a couple of DIY items to make the electrical work, but I wasn't there to really fully understand what was happening. So I don't want to teach you if I'm not fully aware because I don't want you to execute it wrong. The thing that's renter friendly for you is replacing the light bulbs, saving your other ones and replacing those with the OG ones when you do leave this space. You can opt for a warmer tone, you can opt for a daylight tone, but even just changing out your light bulbs to fit the need of the space will make a huge difference. Oh, it's so good, so much brighter.
Voila.
Let there be light. Shane also changed out the faucet for me, but when I was there, he almost got stuck, so he did it the next day when I was working on a different room makeover, and he had quite the assistance. Mr. Drew Scott of Lone Fox Home, let me tell you real quick right now, contact paper is not a renter-friendly's best friend. That is probably the most difficult thing I've ever had to do in a bathroom. Even my brother came in and started to try to help me, and we both got so frustrated that I actually just let him take it over and cut it and mess it up so I could stop doing it. So I'm not giving you a tutorial on that. I'm gonna link Drew's because he made it look so easy, but it might have just been the contact paper I ordered for them, but I just powered through because I was so irritated that it wasn't really working, but it did look really gorgeous. As Shane continued, the assistants still decided to be that moral support, even though they heard our frustration and could feel the tension in the room of how annoying this contact paper was. Once the contact paper was all installed, I popped on the new gold sink faucet fixture that I got for them. I linked everything that I could down below for you guys as far as decor. The things that I couldn't, I just listed from the stores that I purchased it from. I really like this tip when you have an awkward space above a mirror like this. I hung a shelf across the entire thing. Do not do what I do and put the brackets the way that I did. I need to go back in and repaint those. You're gonna flip those brackets so that longer portion is going up towards the ceiling versus down towards where you can see it. I also cut down and stained thin pieces of wood and mitered them at a 45-degree angle. I placed some heavy-duty Velcro on the back of them and stuck that directly underneath the shelf and framed out the mirror below it. Yes, a little bit of mirror above the shelf looks a little bit awkward, but we're going to be filling that in with decor, and by framing it underneath the shelf, you're kind of making it look like 2 separate pieces. I kept some decor from before and just spray painted it gold. I also added some fake plants so they don't have to be concerned with watering up there or it overflowing and dripping down. But I left the shelf a little bit more open since my brother and Elena travel together quite often. They pick up trinkets here and there, so I thought it'd be cool if they just started putting them on this shelf because when the guests use it, it kind of becomes like this fun, quirky conversation piece of like what is collecting up there, and it's unique to them. As I mentioned in the beginning of this video, this would not be possible without our sponsors today, Pmd Beauty, so thank you to them. I actually had the opportunity to try out the Pmd Clean Pro RQ, and I loved it so much that I bought it for Elena to use in this bathroom as well. The Pmd Clean Pro RQ has sonic glow bristles to break down dirt at 7,000 vibrations a minute and antibacterial silicone bristles that never wear out. There's also a rose quartz crystal on the opposite side that you literally press the button underneath it and it warms up. You add your favorite cleanser to the bristle side and then choose the tempo of your choice. They are all meant to lift, firm, and tone your face while using it, and obviously it's not going to happen overnight. You will have to use it consistently, and I have to say this has become quickly one of my favorite parts of my nightly routine. When you turn on the active warmth rose quartz crystal and you just put the favorite moisturizer on your face and massage ooh, it's like the perfect way to end your day. I'm not even kidding. You guys can actually grab this for 20% off the PMD Clean Pro RQ by clicking the link in the description box and using my code Rachel20 at checkout. After using this consistently, I do have to say for me, my skin does feel tighter and softer, but I love the Active Warmth Rose Quartz Crystal on the back end just because that allows the moisturizer to penetrate more deeply. And in this dry weather, your girl, my skin breaks and cracks, and that has not been happening with this. So be sure to check it out by clicking the link in my description down below. When decorating a space, no matter what it is, I feel like you can't put a lot of pressure on yourself to make it Pinterest perfect. I think if you make it more personal, that's when it becomes just more thoughtful to the people that get to enjoy it with you. So I didn't do like a typical pretty picture in a bathroom. I did a goofy little dog on a bear riding a bike that I picked up at Home Goods. And it's just a reflection of how fun Shane and Elena are as a couple in their home. I don't know. Well, that sounded weird, but you know what I mean? They're just a fun, okay. Anyways. I thought it reminded me of you and Shane. I wanted to tie the gold around the room and just add these final touches here and there that you don't necessarily think of. Like when you close the door, there's a trio of mirrors that I found at the thrift store for $3 that I spray painted gold, so it ties the gold up versus down to the floor with a toilet paper holder. Now compared to the before, this is a huge pop of personality and pattern. I will not be carrying a bunch of patterns or anything crazy throughout the rest of the rooms downstairs that we are making over, like their living room, kitchen, or dining room. I just thought this was a really awesome opportunity to kind of make this the moment you're like, whoa, okay, unexpected, but what a nice surprise. There are definitely things I need to come back and touch up. Like I had to order more of that contact paper because there was a couple of ripples that I need to go in with new sheets, but I ran out, and those brackets are gonna drive me crazy. But I have to figure out a way to patch the wallpaper and flip it completely so you can't see the brackets at all. As per usual, it is not my way or the highway with these makeovers. This is purely to give you guys some inspiration, whether it's the peel and stick wallpaper, the contact paper to the sink, or switching out your light bulbs. You didn't know that there were different brightnesses. I just hope that you guys get inspired to try something new to your space because you have all these different ways to really make any place that you're living in a home. Thank you so much once again to Pmd Beauty for sponsoring today's video. Be sure to click the link in the description box down below and use my code Rachel20 to get 20% off your PMD Clean Pro RQ, and I will see you soon for another DIY.